So, which ARK fund is the best for a 5-year outlook? Now, it's important to remember that Cathie Wood herself has defined the investing horizon of what they usually look at to be a 5 to 10 year horizon. But if we were to look at the 5 actively managed innovation ETFs, those being ARKK, the Innovation ETF, ARKQ, the Autonomous Technology and Robotics ETF, ARKW, the Next Generation Internet ETF, ARKG, the Genomic Revolution ETF, and ARKF, the FinTech Innovation ETF. Well, if we strictly look at those, even Cathie Wood herself has said that ARKG would be the best for a 5-year or longer investing horizon approach because simply the next decade will be the genetic and genomic revolution. In fact, she thinks the genomic companies will become the next FANG stocks. And it really does make sense, especially after this year. I think there's going to be more focus shifted towards genomics and therapeutic companies. We're on the cusp of some major healthcare breakthroughs. Companies able to cure cancers without chemo. It's really amazing stuff. Now, the thing with investing in healthcare and genomics is that this is a very volatile space and it's very hard to see short-term return on investment because you need to take a long-term approach. And that's why looking at an ETF like ARKG is actually a really smart way to invest in this industry. But that being said, we're actually seeing some really interesting stuff happening faster and faster in the genomic space. For example, Editas Medicine, under the ticker EDIT, which is a gene editing company harnessing the power of Cas9 Crispr, last week it filed for an investigative new drug application to treat sickle cell disease. In fact, that's why Editas has become the 10th largest holding for ARK. However, it does stand to be pointed out that a lot of the ARKG holdings are highly weighted ARKK holdings. So if you're holding ARKK, getting into ARKG won't actually provide that much diversity. Another complaint I would have about ARKG is that beyond CRSP, there actually aren't that many companies that ARKG is holding that specialize exclusively in CRISPR technology. CRISPR is a gene editing tool that right now is gaining a lot of attention, and that's where companies like Beam, Intellia Therapeutics, Invitae, Editas, and CRISPR are getting massive valuation bumps. What's curious is that ARKG isn't holding any of the major vaccine candidates. NVAX, Invio, Moderna, Pfizer, or BioNTech. But most of all, and I think this is something we should really pay attention to as a massive opportunity, and I'm starting to see ARK move in this direction too, is that with the development of the vaccine, you see, the vaccine is an important part of this equation, but I think the disruptive innovation that's about to occur is mRNA therapeutics, and that part is being significantly overlooked. The mRNA technology developed by Moderna and BioNTech, well, they're just being used for the vaccine development currently, but the same technology is highly portable and applicable to other areas of human disease. As a result, I believe ARKG should be holding Moderna and BioNTech, because this is a brand new medicine and it's just being used for the vaccine right now. But I'd like to consider what it might mean when we start normalizing mRNA therapies in people. This is going to offer a whole new way to look at, treat, and sometimes cure certain diseases. And it's going to be, generally speaking, a safe approach. I think we're on the verge of something massive here. And I think it's a silver lining we could look at after all the pain the pandemic has caused. As validation of this, ARKG holds Arcturus as one of its top holdings. Arcturus is pushing RNA research and has a mRNA vaccine candidate in testing. It looks super promising because it only requires 1 dose and can be transported and stored without ultra-cold equipment, making it markedly different than the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines currently being shipped, which require -80 and -20 degrees Fahrenheit, respectively. And importantly, what I want to stress here is that mRNA is possibly an alternative to CRISPR, and possibly superior in some aspects of gene editing. I'd like to imagine what's possible when we can make a protein in vivo via mRNA instead of all the challenges and huge cost of creating biologics at scale for injections that are in the $100,000 or more range. And there's hurdles, but we're just at the cusp of this. So to conclude, I think genomics and genetic editing is going to be absolutely massive, and one of the most interesting investing plays you could make in the next decade. Yeah, it's going to be volatile, and yeah, it might take some time for it to play out, but we're talking about trillions of dollars of opportunity here. I think it's a realm of possibility, and one as an investor I'm extremely excited by. But I want to hear your opinion. Do you think ARKG is the best ARK fund? How are you investing for 2021? And what's your favorite investment going into it? Well, let's talk about it in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to join the 10X Tribe, our free community for like-minded investors looking for opportunity and looking to take their trading to 10X and beyond. The link is in the bio below. Can't wait to see you there. But until the next one, don't forget to like and subscribe, and take care out there. Cheers.